So this is going to be a kind of different video because we're going to be talking about repairs. So if you have a Chevy van like me and you have light panels that look like this, you'll see that you need star wrenches to get those off. Now, I'll tell you, I don't know when the last time these lights were replaced, but there was so much corrosion and gunk that to physically pry this off, I needed an axe. And so I would recommend that if you're gonna try to even pry off this panel, which you need to replace the bulb, that you have WD-40 and you have pliers, all that. Because once you get this off, and I wish I showed you because I just replaced it. It took me over an hour or two. There is a panel on the inside, and inside that panel there's a little section where the bulb gets pulled out. Now I'm going to show you what the bulb looks like, because it's a specific type of bulb on the Chevy G30. Alright. So if you have a 94, 95 Chevy G30 like me, you're gonna need type 1157 light bulbs. I got these ones, Sylvania's, pretty generic, cost me about $6. I only replaced one of them because the importance of replacing those back bulbs is, not gonna lie, for the past year I just kind of sat on it. The turn signal won't flicker, so when you put the turn signal on, when you put the hazards on, it's essentially a dead light. When you brake, it lights. But if you're trying to do anything other than that, it just stays solid. And that's not good. It's dangerous, in fact. The second light that I replaced, I'm going to show you that. On the side of the van, there's secondary lights right here. Now, when you lock the van and unlock the van, and relative to the backlight is right there. Same thing with the star keys. It's a certain size. I'll show you what star keys are. If you don't know what those are, you will learn. Let me just get this whole. All right, my little toolbox. So, with those side lights, and the importance for those is when you turn on the turn signal. Sorry, I'm tripping. I'm dehydrated. Let me take care of that. This is a pretty unconventional tutorial. For those side lights, they will also flicker when you turn left or turn right. You're going to need type 194. Now, these lights look a bit different, as you can see. Let me just pull it out. Yeah, so you want to be very careful. I had to actually crack open the bulb because it was so corroded, because it's been in there for so long, I would assume for a couple decades, literally, that there was so much oxidized, yellowish, pasty gunk that I couldn't force out the bulb. And unfortunately, if you're replacing the bulb for the first time yourself, you might run into that. So it gets kind of dangerous, gets kind of dicey when you crack one of these. Use that as a last resort, because a secondary tool that I used, by the way, these are star wrenches, really inexpensive, really cheap. Just have a set on you and just have it handy. It's good to have. I use this here. Now, this is a very special tool. It can strip wires, it's pliers, and it can actually cut wires as well. And so what I did was I busted the bulb, and then I just started prying out this metal base. The problem is the metal base is so sensitive that I almost squeezed it and folded it into the socket, which would have been bad because that would have meant that I would have needed external help to get the socket out. And that's not good, because overall this repair cost me under $15 with the bulbs. And You will run into that issue if you're doing it yourself. But it's really important to take care of those back lights because, again, they communicate your intentions on the road. People don't know what you're doing. So you need to know how to communicate turning left or right. Use your signals if you're not using your signals, all right? Now, some of you just like to good luck everybody else and just merge. Don't do that. Use your signals. But if the signals aren't flickering, that means the light is dead. That means you need to replace it. And so, again, to remind you, all you need is type 194 bulbs for the side lights, the small ones. You're going to need some of these star keys. And specifically, I use the the 332 star key. So if you want to know which one I use, 332. 3/32. And then you're going to need 1157 bulbs. I was recommended by my boy Jippy, also known as Chat Jippers, also known as Artificial Intelligence, that LED lights are recommended because they last longer and they're brighter because they're more efficient. I wasn't able to find those. I went to O'Reilly's. Happy St. Patty's Day to all my Irish people out there. You know, got that blood flowing in me. I feel a bit Irish every so often. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how to replace the brake lights and the side lights on a 94, 90 whatever Chevy G30 camper van. This is really important. If you live in this van, you want to be able to take care of things yourself. You don't want to have to rely on mechanics. You don't want to be ignorant of how your van communicates, how it speaks to you and speaks to others on the road, because this is your home. This is an extension of you, whether you're driving it to work or whether you're using it as an everyday tool to live. Make sure it's in tip-top shape. Don't be like me for the longest time where I put it off, because that's dangerous to allow your laziness to put others at risk on the road. So take it from me. Take that initiative. Get those tools. They're very inexpensive. The whole repair would cost under $20, and I only used one bulb each. So you can do all of them while you're in there. I chose to just do the ones I needed. And now, when I turn on the van or when I turn on the electricity and I turn on my signals, whether it be hazards or right signal, left signal, my lights work. It has been a Sanjo Valentine repair tutorial. This is going to be a part of a wider series called the Van Life Survival Guide. This is just one of many tutorials. If you have anything that you want to know more, message me, reach out to me, like, share, subscribe, donate to the cause. Links down below. It helps to maintain this lifestyle. Hundreds of thousands of dollars goes into this. I mean, I haven't spent hundreds of thousands, but I definitely spent thousands. I definitely am probably at 10 at this point, 10K. That Rex goes into this. This is a classic. Looks nice. It's beautiful. See the water damage? It takes a lot to maintain that, so the money goes into good places, and I appreciate you, whether you're sharing love or support. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day.